Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into one of the most astonishing battlefield stories coming out of Eastern Europe, a Ukrainian ambush that caught an entire Russian ammunition convoy off guard, turning a routine resupply mission into a catastrophic loss for Moscow. The scale of destruction and the precision of Ukraine's strike have stunned analysts worldwide, revealing once again how adaptive and deadly Kiev's forces have become in this grinding war. What began as a simple transport operation deep inside contested territory quickly transformed into a fiery nightmare that wiped out tons of ammunition, vehicles, and personnel in a matter of minutes. As the sun broke through the cold clouds over Donetsk Oblast, Russian logistics units were preparing what they believed to be another safe run to the front lines. The convoy stretched over a kilometer, loaded with artillery shells, drone parts, and fuel tanks. For the Russians, these convoys are lifelines feeding the artillery, hungry front, but what they didn't know was that Ukrainian reconnaissance drones had been tracking their every move for over 48 hours. Hidden along narrow rural roads, Ukrainian special operations teams waited patiently, their target locked, and coordinates transmitted to HIMARS rocket batteries miles away. The ambush began in silence. Ukrainian scouts watched through thermal cameras as the convoy crawled into a choke point surrounded by forest on both sides. Within seconds, the calm was shattered. Precision-guided rockets streaked across the sky, tearing into the lead and rear vehicles simultaneously, trapping the entire column in a deadly corridor. Secondary explosions followed as ammunition trucks caught fire, each detonation echoing like thunder across the valley. The resulting chain reaction was so violent that it reportedly shattered windows in nearby villages. Russian radio traffic turned chaotic, with units screaming for air support and medevac that would never arrive. Inside this inferno, dozens of vehicles burned and flames reached over 30 meters high. Ukrainian FPV drones swooped in moments later, dropping grenades onto surviving trucks and personnel trying to escape the firestorm. The precision and coordination of the attack left military experts speechless. Ukrainian commanders later revealed that this operation was not spontaneous, it was a planned trap weeks in the making, based on intercepted communications and satellite data indicating Russia's growing dependence on a single supply corridor. Once that path was confirmed, Ukraine set up ambush positions and pre-targeted coordinates for instant fire missions. The interior scene of this event, captured by drone footage, is almost surreal. Charred vehicles stretch as far as the camera can see, the black smoke blending with low clouds while ammunition continues to detonate in waves. The ground is scorched, with craters and shattered steel marking what was once a convoy worth millions of dollars. You can hear distant booms as Ukrainian artillery continues to pound the retreating Russian forces trying to regroup beyond the ambush zone. The short footage shared online shows soldiers cautiously advancing, inspecting wreckage and collecting valuable intelligence from destroyed systems. Ukraine's performance in this ambush is being hailed as one of the most tactically sophisticated operations of recent months. It demonstrates a blend of old, cool guerrilla strategy with cutting-edge Western technology. Ukrainian forces have mastered the art of patience, waiting for the perfect moment to strike, maximizing destruction with minimal exposure. What's more impressive is how they use decoys and misinformation to lure the convoy into the kill zone, including fake drone signals and false radio chatter suggesting the area was safe. Such deception has become a hallmark of Ukraine's modern warfare, leveraging intelligence superiority to compensate for Russia's numerical advantage. For the Russian military, the loss is not just material, it's psychological. Each destroyed convoy deepens the logistical nightmare Russia faces along the front lines. Without steady ammunition resupply, their artillery, the backbone of their offensive strategy, grinds to a halt. Ukrainian officials claim that this ambush alone destroyed over 120 tons of ammunition, including rare long-range shells crucial for Russian counterstrikes. Some reports even suggest that among the wreckage were Iranian-made drones meant for future assaults on Ukrainian cities. The attack has forced Moscow to rethink its supply strategy, now rerouting convoys further from the front, a move that slows their entire war effort. On the battlefield, timing and location are everything. The Ukrainians knew that hitting this convoy at the right time could cripple an entire sector's firepower. What makes this operation even more significant is how it connects to a larger pattern. Ukraine's ongoing campaign to dismantle Russian logistics infrastructure. From rail sabotage to drone strikes on fuel depots in Crimea and Belgorod, Kiev's forces are systematically cutting off the arteries that feed Russia's war machine. This ambush fits perfectly into that broader plan, not just a tactical win, but a strategic message. As night fell, the glow of burning trucks lit up the sky, visible for miles. Rescue attempts by Russian forces were repeatedly targeted by artillery and drones, turning the recovery effort into another deadly trap. Ukrainian drones continued surveillance through thermal vision, ensuring no reinforcement made it through. Local residents described the scene as apocalyptic, with explosions continuing through the night. Some videos show ammunition cooking off like fireworks, painting streaks of fire across the darkness. It wasn't until morning that the fires subsided enough for any real assessment to begin. The safety measures taken by Ukrainian operators were exceptional. They managed to coordinate a high-risk mission without sustaining reported casualties, showcasing discipline and training that rivals many NATO units. Each strike was pre-validated through intelligence channels, avoiding civilian areas and ensuring complete control of collateral damage. Such professionalism has become a key reason Western allies continue to supply advanced systems. Ukraine has proven capable of using precision tools responsibly and effectively under extreme pressure. What truly stands out in this operation are the unique selling points that make Ukraine's military so adaptive. They've learned to fuse civilian tech with military tactics, commercial drones turned into lethal tools, smartphones used as encrypted communication systems, and AI-assisted mapping to calculate terrain advantages in real time. The collaboration between cyber units, intelligence analysts, and field operatives allows for rapid decision making that leaves Russian command structures lagging behind. This synergy, powered by both determination and innovation, keeps Ukraine one step ahead despite being outgunned. Reports from Western intelligence suggest that Russia's logistics losses have reached levels unseen since the early stages of the war. Every destroyed convoy compounds the cost not only in equipment, but also in morale. Videos of this ambush circulating online have sparked outrage among Russian military bloggers, who blame commanders for using predictable routes and ignoring basic counter-ambush tactics. Some even question whether corruption within the supply chain led to this disaster, as funds meant for convoy protection may have vanished long before the trucks rolled out. Ukraine's victory here also sends a broader message to the world that even in a prolonged, brutal war, strategy and intelligence can outweigh brute force. The symbolism of this ambush resonates far beyond the battlefield. It tells every soldier and citizen watching that resilience, preparation, and precision can change the course of a fight, even against overwhelming odds. As the war drags into another winter, such victories boost national morale, reminding Ukrainians why they continue to resist and defend every inch of their homeland. The price of such triumphs, however, remains steep. Each operation demands meticulous planning, coordination, and constant risk. The teams behind these ambushes often operate deep behind enemy lines, relying on stealth, courage, and unwavering trust in their comrades. For many, returning safely is never guaranteed. The footage may show the flames of victory, but behind every success lies sacrifice, sleepless nights, silent movements through dark forests, and the ever-present tension of discovery. Internationally, the strike has drawn renewed attention to Russia's vulnerability in occupied territories. Analysts from London to Washington point out that the increasing frequency of successful Ukrainian ambushes indicates a major shift in battlefield dynamics. Where once Russia dictated the tempo of supply and assault, now Ukraine dictates when and where the enemy can move. This control of timing and mobility marks a turning point, one that could shape the coming months of warfare. As always, the shadow of the Crimea Bridge looms over these developments. Each time Ukraine strikes at logistics or infrastructure, the symbolic heart of Russia's occupation, the bridge becomes more vulnerable. Recent satellite images show intensified defenses around it, suggesting Moscow fears another strike. For Ukraine, every destroyed convoy weakens the bridge's purpose, to connect supply and control. The phrase "the Crimea Bridge strikes again" has become a rallying cry, representing both literal attacks and symbolic blows against Russia's perceived invincibility. In terms of cost, the destruction of this single convoy is estimated to exceed $40 million in lost ammunition, vehicles, and support assets. Yet the ripple effect could be far greater, stalling entire offensives and forcing Russia to divert more resources into protection rather than combat. Such outcomes amplify the efficiency of Ukraine's tactics, showing how one land ambush can achieve what weeks of conventional fighting might not. In the aftermath, Ukrainian forces have secured the area, collecting surviving equipment for study. Some of the destroyed vehicles revealed modifications indicating Russia's desperation: older Soviet-era trucks, retrofitted for modern logistics roles, poorly armored and overloaded. This further illustrates how stretched the Russian military-industrial system has become. Meanwhile, Ukrainian engineers are already using data from this operation to refine future strikes, turning each victory into a learning opportunity for the next. As the smoldering wreckage fades into the memory of this war, the significance of this ambush remains undeniable. It highlights not only Ukraine's growing battlefield intelligence, but also Russia's mounting vulnerabilities. Each loss chips away at Moscow's capacity to project power and sustain its campaign. And for the Ukrainian people, every successful strike brings them one step closer to reclaiming their homeland from occupation. In conclusion, the ambush of the Russian ammunition convoy stands as another milestone in Ukraine's evolving defense strategy, a testament to precision warfare, discipline, and national resilience. The flames that consumed that convoy illuminate a larger truth, that in this war, victory does not always belong to the side with the most weapons, but to the side with the sharpest mind and the strongest will. Ukraine's determination continues to reshape the narrative of modern warfare, proving that courage and strategy can overcome even the heaviest odds.